Hey guys, good morning, good morning, good morning. So guys, sorry for the confusion and the delay. So hopefully you got a message. We're actually going to be teaching a social media masterclass this morning. And then next Saturday, I'm going to be joined by the Right Click Digital Marketing Agency to show you how to create your own social media marketing firm. And I don't care who you are, there's an opportunity for you to do this. So today we're going to be talking about getting paid for your passion is not about being perfect. And if you want to register for next Saturday's social media marketing class, make sure you go to bit.ly/the number 7 day show up. But today we're going to talk to you about, is social media your passion? And if social media is your passion, how you can get started using social media to make money. So the first thing I want to do is make sure I introduce all of my beautiful co-hosts this morning, because all of these ladies, believe it or not, I met on social media. And, we've gone from social media being a, yeah, kind of, sort of, to overnight social media being almost the only game in town. And so if you're watching this broadcast now, make sure you tune in tightly, because there is now I'm going to say this again. And I know y'all tired of hearing it, but I don't really care. I feel like I've been Noah all these years, because all these years I've been begging people to build a business on social media. I said, one day it's going to rain. I don't care if you do hair, if you do massages, if you bake cakes. I said, one day it's going to rain and you're not going to be able to do that. So you got to have social media as a backup plan. You've got to know how you can come out here in this digital marketplace and generate some revenue. Some people listened, some people didn't. And now everything I said has come to fruition. So for those of you who are in that space where you've been on social media for years, right? But you're not making money from it. I don't care what you did before. If you're quick on your feet, you might want to take this opportunity to switch lanes and do something different. And as I introduce my co-host this morning, I want to remind you guys as to a couple of things. And what I want to remind you as to most is that this is not the time to be egotistical. This is not the time to be picky. This is not the time where you like, oh, well, I don't do this and I don't do that. This is the time that you do whatever it takes to be prosperous, to come out on the other side, prepared to generate revenue. This is the time that you look for opportunities, right? You look for the chances where people are missing something, and you look to be able to step in and be a part of correcting that. So with that being said, I want my co-host to just take a moment to introduce themselves, starting with Miss Rose Fauntleroy. Good morning, Rose.
Good morning, Coach. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, audience. It is a beautiful, beautiful Saturday morning. As Coach said, I'm Rose Fauntleroy. I come to you representing the virtual VA, where I help you to get unstuck and to reclaim your time around those tasks that you hate to do by outsourcing them to a virtual assistant.
Guys, one of the things I'm going to be doing in the next few days, let me see if I can get you the link so you can make sure you tune in. I'm going to be doing a COVID webinar on how to get access to that COVID paycheck cash. And if you go to bit.ly/COVID info 2020, it's a, I see Mariel Artistry. It's going to be a free webinar. I'll let you know what day next week, but make sure you register, because having a payroll and people that you pay is essential to your ability to make more money. And I've been telling people, make sure you're paying people to help you build your business. Everything from business consulting to makeup to videographers, that's part of your payroll. And if you don't already know about this money, how to get some of this money to keep your business rolling during this crisis, then go to bit.ly/COVID-info 2020. That's going to be the private link where I do all of the webinars. Can somebody put it on Instagram and Periscope and Facebook? bit.ly COVID info 2020. I make them easy so you guys can write them down. COVID info 2020. Find a way to write this down. Find a way, write it on your hand, type it in your phone, because you're going to want to be there, because a lot of business owners, and especially small business owners, are about to miss some of the money that's about to be handed out to keep your business going. And I don't want you guys to miss. Thank you, cousin Sonia. Thank you, Marielle. I don't want you guys to miss a dollar. So while you're over there saying, I can't afford a VA, there's not one small business owner that I know that should not have somebody helping them in their business. With that being said, I want to introduce our next guest, Miss Heather Witherspoon. Good morning, Miss Heather.
Good morning, Coach. How are you?
I'm doing amazing.
So as Coach stated, my name is Heather Witherspoon. I'm the owner and operator of Exquisite Links Beauty and Brow Bar here in Louisville, Kentucky, where I've also earned the name the Lady Brazilianaire. And people hire me to help them increase their revenue for their salon, barbershop, or beauty salon. And I help them leave their 9-to-5 and turn their hobby into their 9-to-5.
And one of the things we're working with Heather now, as again, she's in Kentucky, so her salon can't open. So how do we take your time and energy and turn that into money now? And so guys, make sure you go to bit.ly/COVID-info 2020, because there's so many resources that you either don't know how to use or don't know how to use correctly. Because I'm telling everybody, we're going to come out on the better side of this if you just hold on. So with that being said, thank you, Heather. I appreciate you. Next up, we have a new member to our weekend crew, Miss Kayshawn Brooks. Good morning, Miss Kayshawn. Introduce yourself and tell people what you do.
Good morning, Coach. Thank you for having me today. I'm Kayshawn Brooks. I am the owner of Renew You Body Butters. I make organic skincare products. People hire me to make them products for their events, for their nonprofit businesses, any occasion. I customize products for you.
Thank you, Kayshawn. We appreciate that. Something that, again, anytime you work with your hands, one of the things I do as a business coach is work to help you automate that, right? I know that's right. Sonia said we just signed up 30 students for an online class. And Sonia, you've been rocking with me for years, so you know the power of being able to use social media. And we're going to be talking about that this morning. How do you leverage social media to make money? And then next Saturday, I'm having a masterclass on how do you create your own social media marketing business, especially right now. Social media is the only train leaving the station. It's the only thing smoking. If you ain't driving Uber, working at a grocery store, shipping boxes at Amazon, working at the hospital, or a policeman or firefighter, right now it ain't nothing else to do. So now is the time where you have to reinvent yourself and reinvent your revenue. Glam Nails by Marilyn just joined. I told her I'm going to start having me a nail party every Saturday. First of all, it's nothing else to do. Second of all, women still got to get their nails done. Third of all, this is a non-ego. Things that I would have never done a month ago, 2 months ago, 3 months ago, I'm doing them now. Because now is the time that you look at the landscape, you look at the infrastructure, and you say, what is missing? And how can I make money providing a service for things that are missing? People can't go to the nail shop right now. Including, I was stressed. Like, how am I going to get these nails looking halfway decent for me to do some videos. So she solved the problem for me. So I said, well, if she solved the problem for me, I got 20, 30,000 women in my immediate reach. Let me go solve the problem for them. And that's what making money is about. If you're watching this, if you haven't shared the broadcast, share the broadcast. If you haven't signed up for the 7-day social media challenge, go to bit.ly, the number 7-day show up, right? Because you have to be in a place where you're solving a problem for people. Right now, people are not just spending money to spend money, but people will always spend money to get their problem solved. They will always spend money to get their problem solved. With that being said, I want to introduce my next co-host, Dr. You make sure you call her Cynthia R, right? Dr. Cynthia, good morning.
Good morning, Coach. Good morning, ladies. Thank you for having me, Coach. It's an honor. I am Dr. Cynthia R. Armstead on all social media platforms, and I am known as the Bounce Back Boss. I am the owner of Ready, Set, Rebuild. And what I do is I help people to do exactly that, rebuild and bounce back. A lot of people already need to bounce back, and this thing is just getting started. So what is it going to look like later? You have to be ready, you have to get set, and you just have to be ready to rebuild it. And in this case, with the resources and things that Coach was talking about, you can actually be proactive before you hit rock bottom and have to do a total rebuild. How about being proactive right now and getting ready and getting set and building it now? Because as Coach said, she's been telling us for years to build it, to build, and now has the time. So this is the time. If not now, when? We procrastinated long enough.
Now is the time not only to build your business on social media, and we're going to be talking about that today. Now is the time to not only build your credit, because that's your backup to your cash. Can I get an amen from the people here, please? Now is the time to build your resources. If you're not connected to a community of people, I've had my mentees on at least 2 different sessions on how to fill out this paperwork and get this government money. I've had them on 2 different sessions, provided them with lists of what do you need to look for as you prepare to go get this government money. How do you maximize your opportunity to get this government money? And got a meeting with an investment company on Monday that's going to provide us the link to streamline their applications. I'm not playing with the game. So this is all about connections, connectivity. Who's in your circle? My grandfather used to always say, it ain't what you know, it's who you know. It ain't what you know, it's who you know. So guys, I'm having a webinar next week for potential clients. bit.ly/COVID-info2020. COVID-info 2020. That's where you can come and get the information on how not to get left behind. You should walk away with assistance. You should walk away with coaching. You should walk away with technology. And all this money is coming from the government. And if you don't know how to get it, you're gonna be wondering why everybody else is balling and you're not. Because you got to stay connected in the right spots. bit.ly/COVID-info2020. I'm going to be having the webinar next week. Register on that link. We'll see you the details. And last but not least, me. Now I'm just playing. She got the smiling. Her teeth got instantly dry.
I was like, oh my God, is it my turn? Is it me?
Last but not least, my co-host, my co-everything, me and her over here building businesses at the speed of lights. Y'all don't even understand. Like, here's what I'm telling everybody. With the exception of the death toll, because of course, right now people are dying that have never died before.
According to Mr. Trump.
According to y'all's president. With the exception of that, this COVID thing might reshape some stuff.
Oh, it's going to reshape a lot of things.
This COVID thing may allow some of you guys to work from home that didn't get to work from home before.
Yeah, that never worked from home before.
This COVID thing may help people lose a few pounds because you can't run to your favorite restaurant. I mean, I'm one of those people that I look for the I look for the silver lining in the cloud. And although it's raining, because I'm a believer, you understand what I'm saying? I know that all things are working for my good. But with that being said, my co-hostess with the mostest over there looking like money this morning. Introduce yourself, girl.
Good morning, guys. Good morning. My name is Chanel Blackmore, guys. If you have not seen me, I don't know. I've been everywhere, but
If
tired.
you seen me, you seen her.
That's true. Look, if you've seen me, you've seen the Father.
Nah, I didn't say that. Now. I'm not
Don't
thinking
get in
stuff
my
about
inbox.
lightning.
Don't get in my inbox. That was a joke. So, guys, tired and uninspired women hire me to help them find their passion in life and their purpose. I'm super excited to be here. I was just telling the crew before we went live, man, this whole opportunity is a massive setup. Listen to me. This is a setup. You are being set up and positioned for something that is greater than you could have ever imagined. If you would allow yourself, number one, to be coached, number
Wow,
two,
can you
don't
tell them that?
reject truth, and three, seek knowledge. What's the fourth thing, coach? And apply it.
Absolutely, because knowledge is knowledge. Wisdom is applied knowledge. There are people that know a lot of stuff, but they don't apply it. So again, I'm having a COVID boot camp to show you what to do to get this money. It's a free webinar, but I'm probably not going to do it on live stream because I don't want to fool with the hecklers. There is a lot of misinformation out there. Some people telling y'all can't apply for unemployment, and you can. Some people telling y'all you're not eligible for this money and that money, and you are. So y'all are literally being gossiped out of the next level of your money. And I find that horrible. So I'm going to do bit.ly/COVID info 2020. I'm going to pull up the government documents and show you what the government says, because y'all need to quit listening to these people that ain't been in business no time. Don't know nobody and ain't been no damn where. And so with that being said, bit.ly/COVID info 2020, because every bit of money they offer my business for me to remain resilient in business, I'm taking it. Did y'all hear what I said? If you're a business owner and if you haven't shared this broadcast, tagged another business owner, what the hell are you waiting for? That's what Jay-Z says.
Coach, let me
Go
help him
ahead and
out.
share.
Let me help him out. It's enough money for us all to eat. You can share the information.
Literally.
It's more than enough. And there's going to be a massive amount of money left on the table because people don't know how to submit the paperwork. People don't know what paperwork to submit. People are counting themselves out of the money before the money even gets started. So guys, I encourage you to sign up for that webinar. More information. I'm going to be talking about COVID info all week next week leading up to the webinar, but make sure you register so you get a special invitation, because there are opportunities for you to leave here great. Okay. So I want to get started talking this morning about, first, let me say this. I need everybody to be in a mindset of abundance. Before we get started this morning, I need you to shift your mindset not to what you don't have, but to what is possible. Can you do that for me, Rose?
Absolutely. They have to know how to shift the mindset and know how to pivot in these changing circumstances.
Absolutely. Can you do that for me, Heather?
Oh, for sure.
It's easy to focus, Kayshawn, on what you don't have. It's a little bit more complex to focus on what you could have. Can you do that this morning, Kayshawn?
I most definitely can.
Dr. Cynthia, can you take care of that for me?
Absolutely. Decision
Chanel,
made.
is that a possibility?
I stay ready.
See, what you have to realize is that Diamonds are formed
in the fire
from heat and pressure over time. It can't just be hot. And it can't just be pressure. And it can't just be 5 minutes. So although this may go on for a minute, take that time to get ready. Somebody type in the chat, get ready. I need y'all to get ready to be millionaires on the other side of this. I want y'all to get ready to prosper on the other side of this. I want you to take advantage of where you are right now. Being in this internet space at all is going to position you light years ahead of other people. So I want you to get ready to generate revenue. I want you to get ready. I want you to be ready. See, what I'm talking about now, guys, I want you to realize this. There are 3 things that will prepare you to be a millionaire at the end of this. Is everybody listening? 3 things. Somebody type in the number 3. There are 3 things that will prepare you for your millionaire status at the end of this. Number 1, well, really, what are we doing? We're creating opportunity out of necessity. We are creating lemonade out of lemons. It is an unfortunate situation that we are going through right now, but it depends on how you look at unfortunate. And as long as we stay inside and stay safe and are not impacted, we're okay. So there are 3 things that are going to prepare you to become a thousandaire, 100aire, something at the end of this. Number 1 is taking advantage of the opportunity. Write that down. This is an opportunity. In the Bible, it says all things are working for the good of those that love the Lord. So how are you looking at this? Are you looking at this as a penalty, or are you looking at this as an opportunity? It's an opportunity for you to get closer to your family. It's an opportunity for you to spend more time with your kids. It's an opportunity to really sit and reflect about how you living and do you like this lifestyle. It's an opportunity to free you from your boss for a minute. But more than that, it's an opportunity to help reshape the world and become rich for it. Nothing is going to be the same at the end of this. We are just entering into a phase where no one knows how this ends. And so that makes us all equally as smart as each other. I want to tell you a story about when I was a vice president at Chase. Thank you, Ashley, for the notes. And we went from analog online banking, which is where you have to dial in using a phone number, to internet online banking, literally overnight. We walked out on a Friday, we came back in that Monday, and they had installed the new system. So what did that mean? That meant, because I could have looked at it as an opportunity that was a bad opportunity because it was change. I looked at it as an opportunity to be the best, because anytime something new comes along, nobody knows anything. Are y'all listening to me real close? Anytime something new happens, nobody knows anything. So everybody has just as big an opportunity to end up at the top of the knowledge spectrum as anybody else. So number 1, we have the opportunity. We have the opportunity. Number 2, do you have the tools? We know now that online, social media, automation are mandatory for the existence of schools, government entities, corporations, churches, you name it. Online just became king. Did y'all hear what I said? Throw a crown up. Online just became the king. So for people that don't have an online presence, they're going to be scrambling to get one. Will you take that opportunity to be there to help them? For people that don't know about online, will you take that opportunity to be there to teach them? I don't care what you were doing before. There's about to be a massive influx of individuals that don't know online from Adam. If you're watching this broadcast, it's because you know online and you know to watch this broadcast. You're probably in the 3%. The 97% don't know anything about social media, online, or anything else. Will you take that opportunity to teach them? Is everybody understanding what I'm saying? You have been positioned, okay, what you were doing before March 17th. As of right now, April 4th, you are positioned to usher in a brand new season of people that don't know what they're doing online. And number 3, just the fact that you are a step ahead of the crowd means you're an expert. Did y'all catch that? Because the next thing you're going to be saying is, well, I'm not an expert at this, coach. Just a step ahead. If I'm in kindergarten and I know how to tie my shoes and everybody else doesn't, I'm considered a genius. I'm considered brilliant. See, it's not the level in which you know it. It's the fact that you are a step ahead or two of 97% of the world. I didn't even say America. Because up until now, no one took social media seriously. So you have the opportunity to build businesses and make a massive amount of income out of social media right now. So don't look at what you were doing before now. Look at what you have the opportunity to do now. And guys, make sure you register at bit.ly/7, the number 7, Day Show Up. I'm going to be here next Saturday with the CEO of Right Click Digital Marketing Agency. And we're going to be, today we're talking about creating your own social media marketing business. But next week, we're going to be talking about how do you create a whole digital marketing firm? How do you build an entire digital marketing firm to address the needs of what's going on right now? So if you want that private invitation, make sure you go to bit.ly. Somebody type it in on Instagram, Periscope, and Facebook. bit.ly, the number 7, Day Show Up. So we talked about the 3 things you need to emerge on the outside of this successfully. Opportunity. We didn't create this opportunity. It's what it is. Somebody may say, well, why are you celebrating COVID? I'm not. But what I'm celebrating is that there is about to be a massive amount of shift. And anytime there's a massive shift like this, a different group of people come out on top. I hope y'all are listening to me very close. Because in the Industrial Revolution, when it shifted, a different set of people came out on top. And then during the Technical Revolution, when it shifted, a different set of people came out on top. And every time there's a shift, whether it's economical, whether it's a societal shift, right now we're having a pandemic, which is a shift in the society, whether it's a technical shift or an industrial shift, different people come out on top. And the people that come on top are the people that take the opportunity and serve. So for everybody listening, this is the people that have a passion to help other people. I think that's probably everybody here. Do you have a passion to help other people? If you have a passion to help other people, then you have an opportunity to really make some money helping people come online. Do you have a passion to teach other people? See, you may think you don't know much because we don't give ourselves credit. but you know more than the average bear. Come on, Cujo. Come on, baby. Right about now, you know more than most. Whether you've used this in your business, whether you've used this for your schooling, it doesn't matter why you've used it. You know more than most people. Will you take that as an opportunity to teach other people? Have you been on social media for a year or two? Because that's another question people always ask. Coach, am I qualified? Well, have you been out here for a year or two? Some of you guys have been on social media 3. Let's just take a poll. Write in the chat how long you've been on social media. 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. Write it in the chat. Because there's about to be a rebirth, guys. And every bit of social media knowledge that you have can make money for you. Are y'all understanding what I'm saying? There's about to be a shift. Look, 10 years, 4 years. How long you been on social media? I know I got to give Facebook a minute to catch up. How long have you been on social media? Kamir said 9 years, 7 years. Do you know that there's money for every year you've been on social media, but you've got to know how to go get it. You've got to know how to bundle it. You've got to know how to use it, and you've got to know how to leverage tools. Come on now. Now, how long have you been doing business online? How long you been in business online? I've been online. See, I've been on social media like 11 years, but I've been doing business online for 9 years. Makes me an expert. So let me ask you this. With all those years of online experience, would you like the opportunity to turn that experience into revenue? I'm going to start with the people I have here. So Rose, you got all them years of social media experience. Rose, would you like to be able to turn that experience into revenue?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Every day.
Why would you not, right?
Exactly. I mean, why would you not use what you have in your hands, what you have in your head and what you have in your hands? The only thing is people don't think that they have anything in their hands because it's second nature. They do it anyway. So, and I was guilty of it. I'll be the first to admit it. I figure if I know it, everybody
knows it. And that's not true. That is not true at all. A lot of you guys are only a 20 or 30-minute masterclass from being able to take your knowledge and turn it into revenue. Go to bit.ly/7-day-show-up because next Saturday, I don't know if I'm going to go live with the information. Next Saturday, I want to be able to sit still and teach you about how much money you're leaving on the table. So y'all type it in on Facebook, type it in on Instagram and Periscope, because like Rose said, you underestimate how much your knowledge is worth, especially in a world that just became online dependent.
What?
Do y'all realize the whole infrastructure, the whole foundation of business as we know it just shifted? If you understand that, type me. Because sometimes I think people don't quite grasp what's going on, the business piece of what's going on.
Coach,
go ahead, Rose.
Ask them how many people have reached out to each one of them and said, how do I do this? Or how do I make this in Zoom work? Or can you do this with me?
Oh, yeah. Let me tell you why. Because you just became a rock star overnight.
Overnight.
I had one of my daughter's professors. Doesn't your mom have an online business? Can I ask you a question? How much do you know? Do you know how to do this? Do you know how to do? My baby said, my mom been doing this she's been doing this on video for 6 years online for 9.
That's right.
So your knowledge that you think is less than or not enough, and you got all these experts out here that want you to think that you got to have all of this and that in order to be ahead of the crowd, and you don't. You have enough to stop right now and bring somebody else along on this journey and make money doing it.
And I think that's one thing that stymies us or stops us in our tracks is we think that it's so complicated that, you know, we got to make it over the top. Really just have to make it simple.
And that's going to be the key.
Hard. Yeah, we tend to think it's so hard and it's so expansive when really it's just really simple. I had to learn that.
And one of the things, guys, I want to offer you guys is a social media assessment so you can learn that you're not that far from being in a place where you can help other people and make money. Go to bit.ly/7days-show-up, and somebody will reach out to you for that free social media assessment. That's also how you're going to get invited to next week's masterclass. But guys, you got to understand, you were put in this position for a reason, so you don't have to be without. So if you've been on social media for a year or two, you need to be there next Saturday. I don't care what else is going on, at 9:30 next Saturday morning. You need to make sure you're registered at bit.ly/7days-show-up, and you need to be in the house and bring some other business owners with you. Because as of today, we are all equipped to make money teaching other people what we know about social media. And I don't care how small or insignificant you think it is. Even the basics is going to make millions.
Mm-hmm.
Nisha said, I'm signed up. Who else is signed up? Because see, this is not the season to say, well, I don't do this or I don't do that. This is the season to be what? Open for opportunities and creating opportunities out of necessities. Next Saturday, we're going to talk about the tools you need. But for right now, this is about saying, man, you know what? And I can honestly tell you this. I want to tell you guys a quick story. Somebody say story time. I want to tell you I want to tell you a quick story that I one of the stories I love about opportunity and about how you look at opportunity. So there were these two salesmen. They were shoe salesmen. And they both got dropped off on an island with a whole bunch of shoes. Once they got on the island, what they realized was the people on the island, they didn't wear shoes. So both of them looked at each other and at the same time said, we need a phone. We got to call the home office. So they find a phone on this remote island, and they run in, and the first one grabs the phone. He calls home office. He said, look, y'all got to get me out of here. Y'all done dropped me off over here with all these shoes, and these people don't even wear shoes. The other salesman looked at him, said, man, give me that phone. Man, send me every shoe you got. Y'all done dropped me off on this island, and they don't even wear shoes. How do you look at opportunities? Because I would have been like him. Bro, I know they tired of their feet hurting, burning up, getting bit, stepping on bugs, worry about snakes, scratching their feet, cutting their feet, walking on rocks. I would have sold all them shoes and the other man's shoes too. How do you look at opportunity? And sometimes if you start to look at opportunity as money, if you start to look at opportunity as a chance to get ahead, I had somebody, a client of mine, and no tea, no shade, not trying to tell her business because I've been through this, right? And she was going through a divorce. I've been through this, right? And she wanted to fight the husband over the house. I've been through this, right? So I told her, let the house go. Because God has the capacity to give you more. But in order for you to get more, you got to sometimes let go of what's in. It's hard. I've been through this, right? I told her sometimes we'll find ourselves fighting to hold on to crumbs. Anybody been there? Just go ahead and say me. Just tell the truth. See, sometimes because we don't like change. So if you weren't exactly profitable before COVID, don't be worried now. This may be your opportunity for a comeback. You understand what I'm saying? If you were paycheck to paycheck before COVID, maybe this is your chance to reinvent yourself. If you weren't already at the upper echelon before COVID, maybe this is a chance for you to get a do-over. Hello. Because sometimes we will find ourselves holding on to crumbs. I begged her. I said, sis, you got your whole future in front of you, them kids. Don't fight them for the house. She did. It's human nature. I did. Hell, I can't save nobody from what I did my damn self. I sat there and I fought him. She sat there and she fought him. Come to find out, the foundation of the house wasn't about nothing. The house already had foundation problems. So here she is fighting for something that God is saying, I took it out your hands because you didn't need it anyway. I took it out your hands because it wasn't working for you. I let him have it because it wasn't going to serve where you're going. And here you are. And some of y'all are out there fighting to hold on to a job where you hate the boss anyway. You fighting to hold on to a car that's thought when it won't to. You fighting to hold on to a paycheck that wasn't enough. And there's more and more opportunity and an opportunity for you to do some stuff over. I don't think they hear me this morning, y'all. I'm gonna turn it over to one of y'all. Heather, go on to you, because Heather, I see you about to run up out here.
They have not a clue, not a clue. And coach, I'm right there with you. I've been through the divorce and I sat there and I cried and I screamed and I was like, what am I going to do? And next thing I know, every time I turn around, a different blessing came. And oh, well, here, you got this, and here, take this and you'll be fine. Just take this. Nah.
Sometimes the very thing you're holding on to is the very thing that is blocking you from getting to where you need to be. So this
all you got to do is listen. All you got to do is listen.
I feel like God just set us all down.
Yeah. And here's what's funny, coach. I said it to Rose last week. I said, God has a sense of humor. I said, I do believe this is God's way of saying all this stuff I made and you want to sit here and you want to ignore it. Now I'm going to give you a reason to say it and pay attention to everything that I put before you.
You better say,
oh, I got all this and I need this. You don't need nothing because I already gave it to you. But because you want to be blind and be ignorant, see, now I'm going to take it out away from you.
It goes back.
But wait a minute, y'all. What did he take? Can we just be honest? Can we just be honest?
Mm-hmm.
Can we just be honest? Let's just be honest. How many of you were looking for something different anyway before this started? You were looking for more money. You were looking for bigger opportunities. You were looking for a bigger, let's just be honest, because see, sometimes we got to admit what we were looking for. We were looking for a bigger salvation. We were looking for more abundance. We were looking for more financial security. We were looking for, how many of us weren't exactly 100% happy, with me included? Can we just be honest? Can you just say me?
And your blessings don't always come in the form that you think.
They don't. They don't always
look
come
like
wrapped in gold foil.
That's right.
With a big old gold ribbon with a name tag that say blessings. Sometimes your blessings look like a divorce.
Right.
Sometimes your blessings look like a layoff. Sometimes your blessing look like the coronavirus. Sometimes your blessings look like a shelter in place. And
right.
so busy.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Right. You say,
looking
God,
for a
I
big
need.
gold box that says blessings
It don't come like that.
that you
God,
miss.
you've been praying to God. Lord, I'm tired. Lord, I need more time. If only I had time.
Don't ask for
Well,
it.
here's your time to
And
rest.
read a book. Well, guess
Here's
what?
your time to read and write a book.
Don't miss your boat.
And let me
Don't
tell
miss
you what's
the
so
boat.
prolific about this, and I'm gonna let Kayshawn weigh in on this. What's so prolific about this is you ain't gotta worry about jacking it up. Everybody's shit jacked up right now. Hello, you ain't gotta worry about what somebody gonna say because you doing something different. Everybody's about to have to do something different. Hello, you ain't got to worry about who gonna be talking about you because everybody is so busy trying to get their toilet paper in order. They ain't got time to be fooling with you. Because if they got time to fool with you, they ain't got no toilet
Get off my laptop, y'all.
Hello? So
Hello.
everybody is so busy right now trying to save themselves. And for the first time in a long time, there's probably nobody even watching you or even give a damn what you doing. I told them I'm selling everything that ain't nailed down, and y'all better be too. Go ahead, Kayshawn.
Coach, you know what? You were just speaking volumes to me because I was just recently trying to just build my online business and I got a little afraid and intimidated and I started to back away a little bit for the past several weeks. And this coronavirus is forcing me to go back the direction that God sent me to go down to on in the first place. So by me being obedient, not being obedient, I get to look at this pandemic as, okay, this is God talking to me for the umpteenth time again. This is the path that I'm taking you on. I took you out of your job. I took you out of your profession. You know, those accidents wasn't for a reason. I'm changing your path. We're trying to go that direction and go this way. I put you under a coach who can guide you. You don't know everything you need to know. So it's like this is being laid out for me. Everything it's can't get no louder, no plain and clear than what I'm hearing and what I'm doing.
And we've got to stop making God have to confirm 3 and 4 and 5 times what our abundance should look like. If we go ahead and stop asking him, is he sure?
Right.
God, are you sure? Well, if this is really you, Lord, can I see 2 more people cross the road at midnight in front of me? If this is really you, Lord, when I go to start my car, let it start on the second time. If this is really you, Lord, send me a sign. The sign is that you're not happy with what you have. The sign is that your abundance does not match the abundance that's in the Bible. The sign is that you out there doing everything but living your best life. Okay, so that's your sign.
And you're missing opportunities, and you keep missing opportunities over and over.
But you can't miss this one. It's too big for you to miss.
Yes.
It's too prolific for you to miss. And again, everybody right now has the opportunity to reinvent themselves and come out of this on the other side different, more abundant, more disciplined. You can't run to the restaurant no more. We stirring pots now like our mama and them used to. You can't put your kids off on nobody else now. They got to stay at home with you. So you was complaining about not having no time before. Man, you had breathing time at work. It's showing you how to balance. So thank God for everything that's going on right now, because everything that's going on right now is an opportunity for you to come out of this with some commas and some zeros next to your name instead of a decimal with a whole lot of zeros in front of it. It makes a difference. It makes a difference. Stop looking at people like they trying to get over on you when they offer you something, and start listening for, is this what I asked God for? We done got to the point that we so suspect and suspicious that we missing blessings because the Lord not going to come. He not going to send Gabriel down here with your blessings now. If you listening right now, maybe this is what you asking for. If you're here right now, maybe this is what you asking for. Stop hanging on the things that you can't save. Because we don't know when we're going to come out of this, bud. And that's the truth.
Absolutely.
And the beautiful thing is when we do come out, you ain't gonna have to worry about your credit because everybody's credit gonna be bad. Hello?
Absolutely.
You
It's
ain't
a
got to worry
level.
about what's in your bank account because if you're smart, you'll have more than most. Hello?
Hello.
Right.
It's a level playing field now. There's no excuses.
Level playing
Right.
field.
There are no excuses. It's a level playing field. And stop being afraid to release what's not serving you, what's not making you happy. God can't bless you and put something in your hands if your hands are closed. You got to
Right.
open your hands and surrender. You got to surrender. Because what are you losing if you surrender? You don't have anything anyway.
You
So
know,
what are you
guys,
losing?
I'm looking for 20 people that want to start their own social media marketing business. I'm going to help them. All you have to invest in is your software. 20. I'm going to show you how to use the software, how to go get clients. Please don't register if you're not hungry. I don't have time to drag nobody right now. Only the willing. Only those who are interested. Only those who see the need for social media marketing right now and want to use it to make money. bit.ly/7day show up. Register if you're interested. You'll get the information for the masterclass next Saturday. I'm going to be doing with Right Click Digital Marketing Agency. Did y'all hear what I just said? 20 people that want to start their own social media marketing firm. The only commitment you got to have is you got to buy the tools to service the client. And I'm going to show you everything else, all that I know. Do you want to do something different? Or do you want to sit at home and wait on this to be over? Because by the time this is over, I probably would have built 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different businesses. What are you doing with your time? What are you doing with your time? Some of you are going to say, you know what, coach, teach me. Teach me how to take advantage of this shift. Some of y'all are going to say, coach, teach me how to shift my business. And some of y'all are going to sit and wait for the cheese to be restored. Remember I told y'all who moved my cheese? It was 2 mice. They got food every day. That was us. That was us, because no matter how bad you think you was living, you really wasn't living that bad. We still was eating. Hello? So no matter how bad you thought you was living, you really wasn't. You still was eating. Now the cheese is gone. You can either sit there now, wait a minute now, and I'm gonna share this on one of my COVID update. That man said it might be 20 weeks before folks get a stimulus check. Why? Because they still trying to figure it out. And while y'all trying to figure it out, bet I done made 20 stimulus checks. They said it might be 20 weeks before you get a stimulus check. And while they trying to figure it out, I done made 20 stimulus checks. Sometimes you got to make a decision. You got to get mad. Am I going to sit here and wait on the government to feed me? Or am I going to go out and try to feed myself? And my suggestion for everybody is feed yourself. bit.ly/7day show up. The class is next week. We're only picking 20 people out the class to help them build it. And after that, we'll pick 20 more. But I only want the 20 that's hungry. I only want the 20 that understand business, understand opportunity, that want to move their feet, that want to go get these brand new clients who are out there twisting in the wind on social media. That's what I need. So if you want to register for the master class, we'll talk about let me tell y'all something. If somebody told me, and it's just me, I'm not trying to be mean. If a $1 million coach told me, I'm going to help you build a business, all you got to buy is your tools, I would not ask how much the tools cost. I would not, that would not be my first question. And that's why I say, I'm finna show some people who are hungry. Hungry people say, I don't give a damn how much it costs. I'm gonna go find the money, and I'm gonna, because what you gotta realize is starting any business has a cost. Does everybody understand that? I want everybody to understand. Everybody under the sound of my voice. We were talking about payroll, and I told my mentees how much I paid in payroll last year, over 6 figures, well over 6 figures. And I said, that's what it takes to generate 7. Understand and be clear that regardless as to what business you're in, there are going to be what? It's called the cost of doing business. When I say I'm looking for hungry, I'm looking for the people that I can give a crumb and they're going to be able to bake a loaf of bread. I'm looking for the people that if I give you a list of people to reach out to, you're going to reach out to them 4 or 5 times. I'm looking for the people who are ready to change their life. bit.ly/7-day show up. The number 7-day show up. The masterclass is next Saturday. I'm looking for the people that's going to show up on time. Hey, CJ. CJ was at my house. CJ was at my house yesterday. I had to put up some toilet paper on the porch. Because, you know, we no contact over here. I said, ride by, boo-boo, and get your TP. It's over there on the porch. So, bit.ly/7-day show up. I'm looking for the people who want something different. Daphne said, are you asking, Daphne, is there a startup cost? Because, again, you got to have tools to build. Okay, so if I said next week, I'm doing a free training on how to build houses. Tell me what you're going to need. Come on, Rose. Tell me something you're going to need to be able to build people's houses. Tell me something you're going to need.
Well, you're going to need the materials to build a house, but
you're going to need like what?
But you're going to need some money to buy those materials.
You're going to need some bricks. What else you going to need?
You're going to need some nails. You're going to need some wood.
What else you going to need? Some hammers.
You're going to need some hammers. You're going to need a team.
Some levelers. You're going to need some stuff.
That's right.
If I give you the knowledge, if you can't go get the rest of the stuff, hell, I don't know what to do. I don't know.
You know what else you need to do? You're going to have to do? Because you want to build a house, which means you might have to stop building something else over there that's not serving you. You're gonna have to make some sacrifices.
Oh, I figured you was, Daphne, but that was a good point. See, people always want to say, expand my territory. But I don't understand that expanding your territory comes at a cost.
Absolutely.
If I want to expand my territory as a farmer, right? I want to have a larger harvest. Anybody here want a bigger harvest? Go ahead and say me. If you would like a bigger harvest, go ahead and just type in me. So I can't just say I want a bigger harvest. I got to think about the things that come along with me getting a more fruitful harvest. If I want a more fruitful harvest, I got to have more land. Because I can't plant more seeds in the same amount of land that I planted in before. Them seeds going to overgrow each other. And then I ain't gonna have nothing. If I want a bigger harvest, I've got to have a bigger irrigation system, you see, because where before if I was just watering this patch of land with a little handheld watering bottle, now if I got a football field full of land, I got to worry about how I'm gonna get water to it every day. So now I need a new irrigation system. I need some better topsoil or more topsoil. Because I want a more fruitful harvest, I got to have more fertilizer. Because I can't use the same amount of fertilizer I used before on this bigger patch of land. I need better tools. Have y'all ever seen a rake and a hoe? When my grandma's garden was small, that's what we used. We'd go out there and till the ground with the rake and break the dirt up with a hoe. But if you got a football field size piece of land, You can't use the manual tools to do a professional farmer's job. You can't. You're gonna need more tools. The bigger your harvest, the bigger your tools. They got John Deere tractors that range in size. And guess what else you're gonna need? You're gonna need some tools to harvest that stuff. And you're gonna need some people to help you harvest it, get it out the ground. Harvesting is a season. You know the Bible talks about for everything there is a season. Harvesting is a season. If you don't get your stuff out of the ground during that window of harvest time, your entire crop may go bad. It's either gonna rot on the ground or rot on the limb or be overripe or the bugs gonna start getting it. It is a season that you have to harvest. So if your harvest season is right now, then you got to do everything you need to get ready to harvest right now. And understand that the later you harvest your crops, the more you stand to lose. There's a book called The 15 Immutable Laws of Marketing by Al Rice and Jack Trout. And in that book, and I'm going to say this and I'm going to let y'all go. Make sure you signed up for next Saturday, bit.ly/7, the number 7 days show up next Saturday at 9:30 a.m. I'm doing a master class where we're going to choose 20 people who want to start their own social media marketing firm. Because it's one thing certain and two things sure, people are going to need social marketing out of this. But what was I saying? You know, that's that elderly creeping in. What was I talking about?
Seed and harvest.
And then what I was going to say? What was the last thing I said?
20 people that are ready to start.
The class.
The one that's the more hungriest.
Before that. And lost, I need to get back on my nirvanas, baby.
You're gonna choose 20 people who want to start their own social media agency.
The book. Thank you, Queen of Bodies Company. Thank you. 15 Immutable Laws of Marketing says that if you want to conquer a specific industry, it's imperative you be the first. There's some industries that ain't even been birthed yet, y'all, where you're going to have the opportunity to be the first. I want you to think about some key first. Pizza Hut was the first, not the best. Marco's Pizza is way better than Pizza Hut, and sometimes Domino's can give Pizza Hut a run for their money. But when you're the first, people tend to point to you as the industry standard. Coca-Cola. People say, give me a Coke, whether it's a Coca-Cola or not. The brand name is synonymous with carbonated water. People say, give me a Kleenex. The brand name is synonymous with handkerchiefs, paper handkerchiefs. So if you want to be synonymous with being the best, you got to be the first. bit.ly/7 show up. Make sure you're in the room for the masterclass, because once you're the first, you got to keep in mind that you are the standard. We were talking the other day about companies that don't market. We were talking about Mercedes. We were talking about Rolls Royce. Well, last time you seen a Rolls Royce commercial? Well, last time you saw a Bentley commercial? Louis Vuitton, Gucci, Fendi. When's the last time you saw, name something, Rose, you ain't never seen a commercial for? Baccarat Crystal.
Yeah.
Bugatti.
Ferrari.
Bentley, Ferrari.
Lamborghini. Never seen
Maseratis.
You see very few commercials for flying private.
Christian Louboutin. Jimmy Choo. You see no commercials. Birdoff.
When you the best, you don't have to. When you set the standard, you don't have to.
I ain't never really seen no Hilfiger commercials on the cool.
Mm-mm.
I started one where he did a special needs commercial talking about how his daughter has special needs, but I ain't never really just seen no, I ain't seen too many Polo commercials.
I ain't seen them in years.
Years and years ago.
Polo, Nautica,
Benson watches, you don't see them really.
Calvin Klein.
You don't see no Rolex commercials.
Mm-mm.
So when you get to a certain standard, you ain't even gotta advertise like you used to advertise. There's gonna be some companies that come out of this that are not gonna have to advertise like they used to have to advertise. There's gonna be some businesses born out of this that's gonna rival the Mark Zuckerbergs and the Alphabet companies and the IBMs. Nobody knows what's next. And anytime you don't know what's next, that is an opportunity for you to create something different. So we're going to get out of here, guys. Don't forget the social media masterclass next. Yep, certain colognes, they don't advertise. You know, it's a new world order, y'all. So don't forget, register for the masterclass next Saturday at 9:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. I want to thank all my co-hosts this morning. Make sure you go to bit.ly/7, the number 7 day show up, and we'll see you then, guys. Bye.
Bye, everybody. Love you.
Bye.